back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about my top 5 cards that you can pick up for under $5. So as we all know, prices are completely out of control. Things are crazy right now. It's really hard to buy anything at an affordable price, whether it's you're trying to buy singles or packs. Things are just crazy. So I am here to try to help you guys find some good deals out there. So there are some cards still left that are floating around that are pretty good values. So I am going to dig into those cards today. I'm going to give you 5, and this is a series that I hope to continue. This hobby is changing constantly. These cards that are $5 today, maybe more than $5 in a couple weeks, or some other cards may drop down and come up. Things change constantly, so I'll try to update this and keep this make this kind of a consistent thing and give you my top 5 under 5. I don't know, maybe once every few weeks or once a month or something like that. We will see. But with that being said, I'm gonna jump on the laptop, we'll get into some cards, and I'll show you what I'm looking at now. So here we go. All right, guys, got the laptop out, we're ready to go. So anytime you see my laptop out, you already know I'm talking about deals. I'm talking about finding deals, finding cards for cheap. So the first card that I'm going to be talking about here in my top 5 under 5 is Anthony Simmons. So Anthony Simmons is in his 2nd year in the league right now. He's playing for the Portland Trail Blazers. He's coming off the bench. He's averaging about 9 points a game. So he's not playing crazy well this year, but I think he's a sleeper. And one of the reasons I think he's a sleeper, he's built kind of in the same mold of a CJ McCollum. Maybe a little bit of a, not quite as polished or as good as a Damian Lillard, but kind of built in that same mold of a CJ McCollum. I think that Portland Trail Blazers team is going to make a change at the end of this year. And I think he is going to be thrust more into the spotlight. He can definitely score. He can do a lot of things on the court. Obviously, he's playing behind and learning from 2 really great scoring guards. So I think that plays in his favor. He's someone that I'm looking at to potentially rise in value a lot within the next year or 2 years. This is his Prism Red, White, and Blue for $4.99. Shipping is $4. So when I say under 5, I'm just going with the buy now price. Sometimes shipping's free, sometimes it's not. I really can't control shipping. I'm really just looking at the buy now price. So this one has shipping over $4, so that puts it over $5. Sorry, excuse me. But you can find it for cheaper, and you can look at other options. So he has his Optic rookie as well. That's priced even lower than this. So yeah, a player that I'm looking at to invest in. If you can get your hands on something like this, a cool color parallel Prism rookie card for $5, I think that's a super solid investment that I think really is only going to go up. So that's our first guy, and our second player here is Kevin Huerter. So the same card here. Kevin is in his 2nd year in the league as well. He's playing for the Atlanta Hawks. He's currently averaging 12 points a game, which is up from last year. I like him. I like the spot that he's in. He's a shooter. He's pretty sneaky athletic. Can do some creative things on the floor. I like him being coupled up with Trae Young, John Collins, and that young core. Especially the fact that he's a shooter. He's going to help out Trae Young a lot because he's a guy who can spot up, catch, and shoot. He's kind of a mini version of Klay Thompson. That's kind of how I see him, and I see his career developing. I think he's a guy who's going to continue to improve and continue to score a lot more points. I like the situation there in Atlanta. They're still a really young team, but I think they're going to probably be able to turn it around next year, win some more games. If they were winning more games, his card prices would be a lot higher, considering the fact that he's averaging more points than Anthony Simmons, but his cards are cheaper. So this is $4.99, but it's got free shipping. So this is a true $5 buy here. But you can find his just regular Prism bases for cheap. I was buying his stuff dirt cheap early on in the year, but his prices have gone up just a tick. But you can find his Optic rated rookies for really cheap. This is a guy that I'm looking at who I think obviously is really only going to go up in value. He's going to continue to score a bunch of points in this league. We'll have some big games. He's a guy that you can buy, wait for something to happen, and sell. So yeah, that's Kevin Huerter. So we'll move on to the next player in our top 5, and that is Andrew Wiggins. So Andrew Wiggins, this is obviously him with the T-Wolves, but as most of you know, he is currently playing for the Golden State Warriors. I think he's another guy who's just in a really good spot. I look for the Warriors to have a big time bounce back year next year. All their guys are sitting at home, resting, chilling, getting healthy. I think a lot of what happened last year was just an accumulative effect of them just going on these long runs for year after year after year. Eventually it takes a toll on you and it wears them down. They have had a really long break. So these guys are going to be back healthy. Clay's going to be back healthy. Draymond and Steph. So their main core is there. I think Andrew Wiggins is a nice addition to that core. And then they're going to have another draft pick. So, there is a chance that they could move him and trade him. But I think he fits in. I think he fits in well with this team. I think he's a very, very, very miniature baby version of Kevin Durant. He doesn't do the same things that Kevin Durant does, but he has the same kind of type of skill set, being a wing that can score, can shoot a little bit, can create his own shot at times. Not as good defensively, but I think he's a nice addition to that team, and they're going to be a lot better this year. They're going to be winning a lot more games. They'll be on TV a lot. People will be talking about Andrew Wiggins like, oh wow, is he back? Like, he's finally playing up to his potential. So I think his prices are going to go up. This is the select rookie, $4.95 with $4 shipping. But if you're patient, you can find these in auctions for much lower. If you're looking to spend even less, you can look at his hoops rookies, which are around $3. So those are really cheap. His Prism rookies are a little bit more expensive just because, he's been around for a while. But yeah, I think his prices for these types of cards will continue to go up. So this is a solid buy for right now. Okay, so the next player is going to be Lauri Markkanen. So Lauri Markkanen is another guy who's just kind of overlooked. He's not in a good spot. So most of these guys that I've been talking about, I think they're in good spots. He's not in a great spot, but I think he can really, really play, and I think he's going to have a bounce back year. So his rookie year, he averaged about 15 points a game. His second year, he kind of broke out, averaged 18 points a game. So in that 20 point per game kind of realm. And then this year, he only averaged 15 points a game. So he kind of took a step back this year for sure, which has really had a big time effect on his card prices. His stuff is really cheap. This is an optic base rookie for $3.49. His Prism rookies are a little bit above $5. I couldn't find them consistently at that $5 range, so I didn't want to put his Prism rookie in here because those are hard to find. If you're really patient and you wait in an auction, you can definitely grab his Prism cards for less than $5. But these optic cards are a solid buy, especially at this $3.49 range with free shipping, so really cheap. A lot of people just kind of bailed on him. People were high on him early on in his career, and now people are just trying to flip his stuff and get their money back for him. That's when I like to buy on guys. I like to buy when they're at their lowest. So I think his prices will really only go up. I'm looking for him to have a bounce back year next year. He's pretty much the perfect type of player in the NBA right now. He's long, can shoot, can put the ball on the floor, can do a lot of different things. So I'm looking at him like he's going to have a bounce back year. I don't know if the Bulls will be great next year, but I think he's going to be able to score some more points, hopefully get some more playing time. And I think we're really only going to see these numbers go up. So definitely looking at buying his stuff. I personally have been buying his stuff for really cheap. And I'm being patient and waiting for him to, obviously the season to start back up, for him to kind of redeem himself and get back in the good graces of the hobby, and these prices will for sure go up. So we're coming up to our last card here in the top 5, and that's RJ Barrett. So another guy, it's our second guy in a row who's not in a good situation in New York. but it is improving. I like the addition of Tom Thibodeau as their head coach. Tom Thibodeau is not a player's coach. He's not an easy guy to play for, but he wins pretty much everywhere he goes. So I think that's a good sign for the New York Knicks. They can just bring a guy in who's going to help improve the culture, because the culture there was really, really, really bad. So I think that's going to be a good step in the right direction for this team. RJ Barrett's a really, really young, really talented guy. Can score. He's got really great size. He kind of is I would say kind of a combo guard, but more of a true point guard, can distribute the ball. He likes to shoot, likes to score, so maybe, put him in that kind of combo guard type of mold. But he's got good size. He's a big, strong guard, can get to the basket, needs to improve on his outside shooting a little bit, which I think he will over time. And I'm looking forward to him kind of having a better year next year. It really kind of depends on what they do in the draft, but I think without a doubt he's going to continue to get better as a player in the league, whether it's in New York or somewhere else. He will be a good player for a very long time. I think his prices are crazy low, so that's why I'm looking at the Mosaic. You can find his Prism cards for around $5, maybe less if you're lucky. But I like Mosaic as a product. I like this year's Mosaic design. I like the fact that it's kind of its own standalone product this year. It isn't kind of a little brother of Prism. I think these cards are going to have more value than people really realize long term. When we look back, we'll be looking at this as kind of like the first year of Mosaic, and then this is going to be his rookie card during that year. So I think these cards will be super valuable. I love the price of $4. Obviously, they're shipping on this, but you can find these for really cheap. If you if you want to go really cheap, you can look at his Hoops or Donruss base cards. Those are probably really long-term holds, but I think this Mosaic stuff will start to creep up here in the very near future. So yeah, that is my top 5 under 5. Hopefully, again, I want to mention, like, I'm not telling you to go out and buy these cards. I'm giving you guys ideas to help you think outside the box. These are just some players that you should be thinking about, considering. If you're in the same boat as me, you like to collect and you like to invest, but you like to do it on a budget, these are the kind of players that you got to be thinking about. Players that are under the radar that you can buy now, wait a little while, and flip later, make some more money so you can reinvest. Because that's what I like to do, and I think a lot of people are kind of in the same boat. So hopefully this information is helpful, and you guys are able to thrive and be successful in the hobby. So yeah, other than that, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video also with someone who you think would find this information valuable, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.